What's going on, guys? I just wanted to come in here today and talk to you guys about Morbid Reality. Not real Morbid Reality, but the YouTuber Morbid Reality, who decided it was a good idea to jump on people's streams last night and try to make them feel like trash for talking about Kiely Rodni. Why are we trying to stop people from talking about this case? Why? Does it matter? How many times have you heard O.J. Simpson brought up and, oh, he actually did it though. He was found not guilty, right? So if we're going by Morbid Reality's terms, nobody should be saying O.J. Simpson killed anybody, according to him. That's just ridiculous to me. We can all speculate, we can all have our theories on what happened. When the facts of the case come out, then we can compare that to our theories and see where we're at. But until then, we're free to speculate. This is the United States, right? We have freedom of speech.
Looks like he's smoking reds, too. Hey, Captain Kirk, how are you? And Pam,
good, how are you, man?
I see Laura in here. I know Laura.
Yeah, I mean, they have a little bit of a history, you know, because Morbid Reality is who? Misery.
Anyhow, she may not know, but anyhow, I'd like to ask you a couple questions, a few questions here. Blackmail, thank you. I see that.
Get to the point, bruh. Get to it.
Let's see how this goes. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Sure.
So,
Go ahead.
you started your channel not too long ago, right?
Correct. No, I've had my channel for I've been
You've had it
reactive.
for 6 years or so, or longer, but you haven't been really active for probably 4 months when you became really active.
You get stalker vibes from this guy? How do you know how long Captain Kirk's been active? How do you know? You've been on his channel just creeping, trying to figure out what he's posting and what he's not? Is that what you're doing, dude? You just going around trying to scope everybody else out? It's kind of sketch, you know? I wouldn't be just online acting like me knowing that is a good thing. It's not a good thing that you spend your time going around trying to see what everybody else is doing on their profiles so you can come up with reasons to bash them, right? Let's go.
Yeah, I started doing reactions.
And it looks like you were a Ryan Upchurch fan, I guess.
Yep.
You think?
Okay, so you like his music, or you like something about him, his
Music.
I mean, he does have like a Billboard record hanging on his wall right there. I bet you that belongs to Upchurch. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't see it, but I bet, right? So, what is it you like about him? You like his music?
Well, what kind of
It's
music?
a homie, dog. That's my homie. The music, the personality,
I do want to point out that Jeremy Lloyd just showed his face. So, why has he got that covered? I have no idea. I mean, what's he doing, you know? He just showed himself. So, maybe that was a slip. Maybe that should get edited out. Let me know. I don't know.
the confidence in who he was.
Okay,
Who he
so
is.
you like the guy. You're a big fan of him.
Correct.
Okay, so this is how you started, right? This is how you started in this. And now you're covering true crime. Are you covering true crime, or are you covering...
Alright, so, Captain Kirk, I feel like he started the same way I do. I feel like we have a lot of similarities. He's a welder, I'm a welder. He's an Upchurch fan, I'm an Upchurch fan. He's doing true crime, I'm doing true crime. I got into true crime when Upchurch was covering Summer Wells. Other than that, I hadn't really paid attention to it. I'd seen First 48, I'd seen a lot of other stuff, but Upchurch is the reason I got into the YouTube true crime scene, right? I feel like that's the same for Captain Kirk. I feel like that's the answer he gives here. I did hear this already. I just want to go back through and respond to this Morbid Reality guy. And if you guys get upset at me pausing it very often, I have to do that, first of all. And then second of all, I'm not trying to just show somebody else's content here.
They're covering Kiely Rodni at this point. What is
Well, it's the first case I covered on my channel, but I followed true crime channels since at least Summer Wells.
Okay.
Right? Like I said, same thing. He got into it with Upchurch. Upchurch is a good guy. I know that he's off the rails kind of on some of his theories and some of what he said. He's walked back some of it, you know, so the hate for him is just kind of ridiculous. And if you want to hate Upchurch for what he's doing to the family with these theories, I mean, we're all doing it too, guessing at what happened to this girl. Is it the best thing in the world to do? Probably not, you know, probably not. But people are interested in this case. It feels really suspicious with law enforcement the way they're acting. What we're missing out on, it's like, oh, what's up, you know? Is everything the way it seems or no? That's why I'm covering the case. I'm covering the case because I don't want it to get swept under the rug when they don't release anything until November 1st and nobody's paying attention anymore. I'm still going to be paying attention. I've got November 1st burned into my brain.
So,
Gabby Petito.
We're not too long because Summer Wells was...
Well, Gabby Petito. Gabby
right?
Petito. Yeah, about that.
Okay.
Not too long.
You've been following true crime for a year? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, most YouTubers are only going to be talking about the big name cases anyway. Or that's what most people are going to follow at least. So then that's what most YouTubers are going to be speaking about. There's other cases that do get brought up. And they get covered on true crime channels. It's like, yeah, let's pick out the biggest cases and act like that's all that gets talked about. So it's not like, oh, it's just a hype bandwagon that I'm jumping on or he's jumping on. It's because that's what people are watching. So that's the content you make. That's how this works. That's what YouTube is. Maybe that's why he's a hater, because he don't understand that.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, man, true crime is all over. I mean, you can watch. I've been watching true crime. If you want to go back to the first 48, you want to go back to. My mom used to watch that Oxygen channel, Snap. I mean, that's true crime.
Hey, I agree with you.
Definitely is true crime. Most murder cases are solved within the first 48 hours, right? So why are we waiting until November 1st?
So you're a big fan of like those kind of shows, those type of shows, those.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Murder mysteries, absolutely. I love murder mysteries. Like that's what's interesting. It's a puzzle, and you're trying to solve the puzzle, right? It's not just in vain. This was a person's life that is lost. It's not a game we're playing where it's, oh, I want to win, I want to be right, I want this. No, this is a person's life who is lost. It's gone. They can't come back. There's no reset. There's no second life. There's no restart. There's none of that. This person's life is over now, possibly because of somebody. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to figure out if it was somebody or not, based on the evidence that I have and what I believe. Will what I believe hold up in court? Maybe not. Of course not. But it's a theory. I believe this happened. Now I made this theory. Let's work backwards from this theory and see if we can solve this case.
We got it. So, came from the Ryan Upchurch sort of fan base. Kind of that's what it was in the beginning as far as your YouTube channel. Kind of evolved quickly. Not sure if you covered Summer Wells. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't.
He likes to hear himself talk, don't he?
No.
But you got on this Kiely Ronnie case, and this is what's getting you views, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you're getting some views here. You get some new subscribers, I'm assuming, from this case. Yeah?
Correct.
Correct. Y'all blew me up with this case. 2,300 and something now? Wow. I appreciate it, guys. I really do appreciate it.
Okay. So where are you at with this? Because this is a case that there's a lot of evidence out there, and there will be more provided, yet there's so much speculation. And it seems, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, that you've jumped on this speculation sort of train of...
What is true crime in your mind? You know, because when I think of true crime, that's what I think of. I think of taking all the facts of the case, trying to make those facts line out into a story, and then once you make that story, then go back and see, does that make sense? And if it doesn't make sense, remove this part, figure out what would make sense, insert here, until the story makes sense. Then you have a theory. Then you need to go and prove that theory based off of evidence. When you have access to the rest of the evidence, that's when you can compare that evidence to your theory. This isn't rocket science, people. This is simple. This guy is just, oh, I would never do this. You did it, bruh. You did it. Look at your videos on your page. I mean, don't worry. We will in just a minute.
Hey, let's just do a live stream and speculate what exactly happened to this specific case.
What would you call true crime? Do you think that every true crime person is out here getting straight hard facts from a case across the country and they're presenting them? No, they're speculating. They're speculating what could have possibly happened, which causes people to look into the case deeper and find truth to a speculation.
We're all speculating, right? The detectives are speculating, the family is speculating, YouTubers are speculating, the friends are speculating. We're all speculating until we have every bit of the evidence laid out in front of us. Then we're speculating. Once we have all the evidence laid out and we can tell a story with that evidence that doesn't need anything filled in, then we wouldn't be speculating. But even at the end of this case, when everything's said and done, and they give out the story, unless the person who did it can come forward and tell exactly what happened with 100% truth, it's all going to just be speculation even then. Speculation is part of crime. Speculation is part of figuring out what happened. That's what it is.
If you can debunk it, then hey, that's what happens. I watch it happen all the time. Somebody goes into a theory, they debunk it, they move to another theory until they find something that they believe makes sense.
Yes, exactly. I put my theory out. You don't agree with me? Debunk my theory. If you can't debunk my theory, if something in my theory doesn't have to be taken out because it doesn't add up, because it couldn't have been this or it couldn't have been that based on factual evidence, then you can't tell me that I'm wrong no more than I can tell you that I'm right.
So, Captain Kurt, are speculations and theories fact?
No, they're not, and they don't hold up in court, and I've said that plenty of times. This is my theory. This is my...
You speculate and you form theories so that you can find out what the fact of the matter was. You take certain evidence, you speculate based off of that evidence, you form a theory, and then you try to prove that theory. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. But I feel like that's how every case everywhere works. With the investigators, all the way through to anybody just talking about it on the street. That's what theories are.
I thought.
What good does speculation and theories do?
It entertains people. It makes people say, oh, I didn't think about that. Those same people right now that are saying, how dare you accuse their friends of doing it? At the end, when it comes out that her friends did do something, then they'll be like, oh, I would have never thought about that. Yeah. You're welcome.
I'm not...
In your opinion, your assessment.
They cause awareness to...
Awareness to what?
In
this particular case. What does it cause awareness to in this particular case?
All the red flags. All the red flags and inconsistencies and carelessness from the police department. The fact that they searched for her for however long, couldn't find her. AWP come in, finds her where they said they already searched in 30-something minutes. That's what it brings attention to in this case. The fact that she was in the back of the car, maybe she had clothes on, maybe she didn't. How did she get there? The car was flipped over. Law enforcement broke the window, the mirror. That's what it brings attention to, buddy. That. If we weren't talking about that, that wouldn't be if it wasn't for YouTube, then people wouldn't know all this stuff. And the police would have just been able to say, oh yeah, it was an accident. She got drunk and ran off in the creek. Now at least they have to come up with something. If they want to lie to us and say it was an accident, or if it really was an accident, they have to come up with a reason for it being an accident. Just like we're trying to come up with reasons for it to either have been an accident or foul play.
Speculation and theories.
Well, it might cause something from going to get. I mean, you could. It's easy to cover something up if you have a small town with a bunch of people that aren't looking or don't want to say nothing. But if you have a whole nation paying attention to it, that's when it starts playing in Florida news. Like it's on in my news channel in my local town. Small.
Mine too, down here in Alabama.
Is the body missing at this point? Is Kiely Ronnie's body just not there? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Okay, so,
the girl was obviously either died in an accident or died from foul play. There's two options there. There's not.
Exactly. Two options. Not one option. I don't care if the police there don't want us saying it could have been foul play because they believe it was an accident. I don't care if the parents, I'm sorry, but I don't. If the parents don't want people to speculate on what happened to their daughter. I'm sorry for them. I'm very sorry for them and that they're going through this, and I hope that time will help, but I know that losing a child can't be easy. I don't even see myself being able to carry on with life if I lost my child. And I'm just being real about that. Like, I've thought about that often. If something happened to my child, I wouldn't even... Something's probably happening to me. And that would be the only way that would ever happen. But I understand that they're hurt, right? I get that they don't want to hear a bunch of different theories and speculation on what happened to their daughter. So don't listen to it. It's YouTube. This is not national news. You have to seek it out to watch it. We would have had an adult, a responsible seeming adult, come out and give a breakdown of what's actually going on there, then this probably wouldn't be as widespread and as big as it is. But the fact that everything seems so hush-hush, don't say anything, avoid everything like the plague, the police not responding, the police can't rule whether it was an accident or a homicide until November 1st. Everybody trying to make the excuses. The toxicology report, how long does it take for a drug test to come back when you go to a job? Even if they send it off and spin it. Now let's double, triple that time. The toxicology would be back by now, right? The autopsy is already done. When they do the autopsy, they find out while they're doing it. Then they write their report. That is done. None of that stuff is being waited on. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on the police to finish an investigation. Somehow, these same police who aren't finished with their investigation can clear somebody and say, oh no, he's got an alibi, he's not included. Okay, what's his alibi? Was it his father? Is he on camera somewhere else where he couldn't have been there? Are you positive of her time of death? You haven't let us know anything. Of course we're going to speculate. Of course.
You don't have it. She just didn't go hang out under the water and see how long she could sit there. It doesn't.
Have you seen the autopsy results?
No, I haven't. They haven't been released.
Have you seen the coroner's report?
No, I haven't. Prevention and awareness. There you go. That's a good one.
Prevention and awareness.
Correct.
When the body's found, the autopsy has been performed. The coroner's results will come soon.
Why haven't they come yet? How do you know they'll come soon? Who told you that?
Cause of death will be determined.
Cause of death should have already been determined. Either something toxic killed her, like a drug or alcohol poisoning, or something physical killed her, which they would see on her person, underneath her skin, or she drowned. Right? Those options. That's the options. She drowned, she got physically murdered, or she ingested something that killed her. Three different things. The autopsy and the toxicology would answer those questions. They have that back. Why have they not released how she died? Why? If it's an accident, why not? If they're 100% sure it's an accident, why not? Answer these questions for me.
Are here to watch.
Alright, that's fine. I want to hear what he has to say. I get it.
His wife does not want him talking to this dude. She's probably thinking he's some lawyer trying to gather information and get them to incriminate themselves by saying something. I mean, that's kind of what I thought at first, but it's not. It's just another YouTuber trying to be holier than thou.
Possibly attacking and harming the victim's family who is trying to grieve in peace.
Hey, check this out. If you truly believe that based off of what somebody says on the internet is causing somebody else to cause harm to somebody else, that is not my fault.
So if I made...
Okay. So this is where I'm kind of going to disagree with Captain Kirk a little bit. Call him Captain Kirk, my bad. Captain Kirk. And agree with the Morbid Reality guy. It could cause harm. The crazy theories could upset the parents. But I just go back to, don't watch it. This is the United States. We have freedom of speech here. You don't get to say, oh, this hurt my feelings, so you can't discuss it. And that, Jack, is a fact. We don't have to do anything based on your feelings. Your feelings don't matter. I'm sorry. They don't. Maybe to me personally, the family's feelings matter. But in the scheme of things, facts don't care about your feelings. My feelings don't care about your feelings. If I feel like this is one way and you feel like it's a different way, it's not a problem for me to say what I feel because you feel that way, right? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I understand being respectful. I've been respectful. But just because you feel bad about what I'm saying does not negate my right to say it. But they don't have to watch me. I'm not asking them to watch me or believe me. I would like for the police to investigate and either prove that or disprove that. But I'm not asking the parents to keep up with everything I said. I'm not tagging the parents. I'm not asking the parents, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? If they want to hear what I'm saying, they have to search me out. They have to get on YouTube, go to my channel, find the video, and then go to where I'm saying something in the video and watch it. I'm not emailing them with the clip to say, hey, look at this. What do you think about this? If I was doing that, it would be wrong. But I'm speaking publicly about a case that has got national headlines, that everyone agrees there's a lot of red flags to. Everybody. Even if you're team accident, hey, things look kind of messed up here. Why did the cops do it this way? Why didn't the cops find her? What's going on? Why did the cops not come pick up the laptop? Why are the YouTubers the one that found her? And then YouTubers the one that found the stuff that the cops lost. And then YouTubers and viewers are the ones who blew the police up to finally get them to recontact and try to come out and get the evidence. And a YouTuber contacted another YouTuber, the SF Investigates guy, to get with the family to come pick the laptop and stuff up. Those are good questions. The police should be doing that. The excuse from the whatever police department, Placer, whatever police department, that, oh, well, Nevada's handling that investigation. If I called my police department down here in Alabama and I said, hey, you know that murder over in Huntsville? Well, I've got evidence that I found related to that case. Do you think my police department, I'm not saying the city, but you can probably figure it out. You think my police department would say, oh no, you have to call Huntsville, we're not dealing with that. No! My police department is going to say, where are you located? Where is the evidence? Have you touched it? Have you let anybody else know? We're on our way. They'll come out, they'll section off the evidence, make sure that everything is what it is. If it's evidence that they can carry, they will take it back with them. If it's an area or evidence that they need Huntsville to come out to, they will call Huntsville, and then they will have them out there, hand it over, and then they'll be done. But they're not just going to say, oh, well, no, it's not our problem. Especially if they were part of the case to begin with. God, the police part just annoys me, you know? The police part is so bothersome. I want to point out that he's been super respectful talking to Kurt. He said some dumb stuff, but he hasn't been a smart ass that bad. He hasn't been super condescending. He hasn't, just gotten smart or not listened. He's just running through his little script to Kurt, being polite while he does it, right? Now let's see how he acts when he's talking to a female, perplexed. Before I start that, the reason I want to show you this is because this will tell you all you need to know about Morbid Reality. That if he's talking to a man, then he can have respect. But as soon as he's talking to a woman, he can throw respect away. He does it with Zav Girl too. At first I thought it was just the history between these two. But then the way he talked to Zav Girl, and you know how Zav Girl is, she's not like being hateful. It just, stuff like that pisses me off. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just here just questioning you and trying to get...
I'm just here just questioning you.
Hey,
Kurt.
Anymore.
Hey, Kurt. Go ahead.
He's a fucking idiot.
Go ahead. Can you...
I like Kurt's wife. I like that. Like, she's like, just get rid of him, Just bounce. Go. Bounce him off. Nobody's entertained by this guy. She didn't know that I was watching, and I'm entertained. Because I couldn't wait to shred this guy. I wanted on so bad. I was so scatterbrained last night over all the stuff. And this guy helped me out because he brought me back into focus on why I feel the way I feel, why I'm so passionate about this stuff, and why I make these videos. This guy did. So I appreciate it, Morbid Reality, for reinvigorating me to do this, to shut people like you down.
You let him get his point?
And what are you going to say when we're right? If it comes out that it was murder and it was this, and one of the theories or the main theories or one of the crazy theories, some of that ends up being true, what are you going to say then? Well, you still shouldn't have been speculating about it because you could have hurt somebody's feelings. I thought you said facts don't care about your feelings, buddy. Shut the fuck up.
At the pinnacle.
All right, let's get the pen.
Kurt, just admit that you're using this case. You have no evidence or no facts to back any of your theories or...
All of the theories are based on the evidence and the facts of the case. Yes, we expand upon those facts. We take something that we know for sure, and then we expand upon that into what it could mean. I feel like this guy doesn't understand what a theory is. I mean, what does he think we're doing? Are we writing stories? Are we just like oh, let's go to fairy tale land and make up this story to write a book about it. Or we brainstorming, going through thinking this could mean this or it could mean that. Well, if this happened this way, then this could have went on and then this might have happened, so it could go this way. But if it went this way, then it would have probably been that, and then that would have went off over in this direction. That's what theories are, bro. Speculating. We're trying to figure it out. If you only know certain facts, and you have no theories, none, just the facts of the matter, without a single theory, then you have nothing, unless you have red-handed. If you didn't catch them red-handed, you don't have a theory, you don't have a case.
Whatever.
Hold on, Misery. He will admit that when you admit that you're jealous. Plain
And she straight up comes out the gate calling him who he really is.
and simple.
Jealous of what?
Jealous of his numbers? Jealous of
Jealous
him?
of his numbers? Like I didn't have any numbers ever?
I'm jealous of his numbers. I'm jealous that he just grew from like 2,000 subs up to like 10,000 subs, and I'm set at like 1,000 subs. Even though I've been making all the same Kylie Rodney videos, and I've been talking about Kylie, and I haven't even took the time to make an actual thumbnail. I just put a picture of Kylie every time, and I make sure Kylie's name is in the title, and I talk about Kylie, or I talk about how YouTubers are making all these videos on Kylie. But I think it's wrong that you guys are making videos speculating about Kylie. What?
You
That I don't have enough talent to get more numbers?
Wait,
No,
why
I
you
don't
want
think
you're
so.
questioning somebody else? Come on, you're better than this.
Because I'm trying to
You're
fight
not,
for
because
those
you care
who
about
are
people.
actually
Come on, Misery,
voiceless
stop.
in this situation.
Stop.
Something that you probably are not aware of, Laura, because you're so self-centered.
Now, y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see how he's talking to Perplexed versus how he was talking to Kurt? Now, granted, she's a little more aggressive too. But that's because she knows who he is now. She figured out who he was. And she's annoyed. I mean, look at what he's been doing.
And you just
Hey,
follow.
hey,
Miller, just
hey,
ain't that
hey,
everywhere
So
that
no
you go.
offender. That's me.
Sorry, Captain Kurt. Me and Laura are having a situation here.
No, we're
And
not.
I'll call you out, Laura.
Disrespectful, dog.
Let me tell you something, Laura.
Hey,
Let me say something, Laura, because
And he gone. He gone. But I was gonna do Zav Girl and Kurt on this, but I think I'm gonna make a second video for the Zav Girl portion because I feel like this one's, gonna be kinda long. I don't know how long it's been, but after editing, I don't want the video to be super long because then it'll drag down my watch time for the people that don't watch it. So we'll get into the rest later, Morbid Reality, get off your high horse, buddy. You're doing the same thing as everybody else. As a matter of fact, let's go check that out. Let's go check out and see what old Morbid Reality's been up to lately. What kind of videos is he posting? Because I don't want you just to take my word for it. Let's see, let's click on Morbid Reality's videos. You guys can see this, right? This is him, right? I'm not wrong. This is the guy. 1.39 thousand subs. You mean to tell me that last night you went on Zav Girl's live stream and you got no more new subscribers? You went on Captain Kurt's live stream. You got no more new subscribers? What do you think that means, bud? Do you think that means you've done a good job? Or a bad job? Do you think people agree with you or disagree with you? I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see if you practice what you preach. Oh wow, there sure is a lot of pictures of Kylie Rodney on here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pictures of Kylie Rodney in a row. Like, there's not a video in between that. Y'all see that, right? Not a video in between that. Now, was he doing true crime on this channel before Kylie Rodney, or did he just jump on the case for clout like he claimed Captain Kurt did? Well, a month ago he was posting about watching golfers playing at the country club. Then he was posting about how to change kilometers to miles per hour on his Toyota Prius. I mean, I would expect you to drive a Prius, bro. Now he's trying to lose 50 pounds in 4 months. Good luck with that, bud. Good luck. A tour of his weight training room. Is it his, or is it the gym he goes to? Like, maybe he's a super rich millionaire and we should all listen to what he has to say, right? Maybe. How to clean fingerprint marks off an arcade 1-up. But then, Kylie Rodney autopsy. Police have the results. Kylie Rodney life celebration. Gathering at Truckee. Kylie Rodney police update. Accident or foul play. Kylie Rodney rumors getting out of control. Police finally respond to Kylie Rodney's found laptop. Kylie Rodney's mom, Lindsay. Rodney Newman sings. Kylie Rodney, real person, or Kylie Rodney, real reason police have not made her whatever. At Adventures with Purpose, irresponsible theories. And I like how he added them, trying to get the views. Still only got 774. Don't bash Adventures with Purpose. They bring closure to families. Police find 3-year-old in a cage and 2-year-old holding. Mother starves daughter to death and dumps her. So it's okay for you to talk about Kylie Rodney, for you to use her pictures as your thumbnails, for you to put her name in every single title, for you to post 8 or 9 videos in a row about Kylie. That's cool. You're not jumping on the hype train. You're not trying to get those views, huh? You would never do that, buddy. Mr. Morbid Reality. Here's your morbid reality. You're exactly what you're accusing others of being. So shut the hell up. Nice channel, man. Except for all the Kylie Rodney stuff you got going on here. I mean, you should delete all those videos. Get rid of all those views. 1.4, 135, 466, 401, 1.6, 774, 1.8, 453. Now, what are you getting on your other type of videos that's not Kylie Rodney? 90, 268, 166, 19, 51, 25, 61, 36, 43, 145. So, gee, I wonder why after that 145 view video, you suddenly made a Kylie Rodney video, got 1.4 thousand. You made another one, and it only got 135. You made another one, it got 466. Then you made another one, and it got 401. Then you made another one, and it got 1.6. That's a big step up from 43, 36, 61, 25, right? So, is that why you made all the Kylie Rodney videos? Is it? I'm just asking. Like Jesse Ventura said, we're just asking questions. Give me a break, guy. Get off your high horse. And I'm about to try to make this video to react to you going in on Zal, because I feel like you were a lot more disrespectful to her than you were to Kurt, and I think Kurt was way too respectful to you. I would love to have a one-on-one. Just back and forth. Let's talk about it. Respond in real time. I mean, you'll get something off of it. I'm actually a bigger channel than you are, believe it or not. That's crazy for me to say, and that's not a brag, because I know I'm a tiny channel. You're just tinier, with your holier-than-thou attitude. Have a good one, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and I just wanted to say what I had to say. We'll see ya.